Episode 6.
Exterior, snowy clearing, day. Brontay stumbles into the clearing, opening her eyes with a struggle. Interior, vac tube, day. Brontay opens her eyes, dazed as hard light bounces off her face. The watch hands on her wrist spin like crazy. Exterior, snowy clearing, day. She runs away from the bear. Exterior, Hampstead Homestead, day. The Dodge sits in the driveway. Deconstructed Man perches against the bonnet, smoking as Moran presses the doorbell. Moran waits and glances at his watch. He becomes aware of Deconstructed Man behind him.
Instead of sitting there mooching, why don't you just go for a wank or something?
The door opens. Guinness attends. Deconstructed Man squints before recognising him.
Obi-Wan! Shit!
Do one. I'll call you when I'm ready.
Deconstructed Man mutters.
Fucking glorified half-chauffeur, half-bitch.
Don't get huffy with me, lad.
Moran steps inside. Deconstructed Man pulls the car away. Interior, boardroom, day. Moran sits with a china cup of tea. Opposite him is Jack Elam, in character, from Once Upon a Time in the West. A fly lands on Elam's chin and makes its way up to his mouth. He waves it away before it lands on the mahogany table, and he traps it with the barrel of his pistol. Interior, Sedan, evening. Deconstructed Man smokes and drives. Outside is the long wall and the favelas on his left. He swings the car into park next to the only full intact building on the drag, what used to be the Royal Albert Hall. Exterior, Albert Hall, grand entrance, evening. A large queue of fashion victims has gathered, wannabes spotting the already R's as the glitterati enter the venue past them on a red carpet. Deconstructed Man pushes through and jumps over the cordon. A 7-foot-tall brick shithouse of a woman, Phyllis, leads the drilled door staff as they wave guests in. She's already clocked the interloper. Deconstructed Man walks behind Muller and Differenza, casually earwigging their conversation.
I said nothing's too gauche for next season, but then she started lacerating my human rights, making me feel all emotionally emancipated. I should sue.
Oh, pretty Sebastian Muller.
Oh.
Yes, you should indeed do in uber fast time. They don't deserve. You outright cat.
Oh.
And I love your passion.
Same's in returns, naturalix.
They reach the door. Phyllis eyes Deconstructed Man.
Hey, ugly sisters! I don't have the faintest idea what you two are saying, but am I in the right spot for a bit of action? Maybe some dope snatch and a juicy burger? It's the only place I've seen open in this big village of yours.
Muller and Differenza eye each other and laugh at the American.
Loco homage, Sebastian Muller. It's Americana.
Muller is not half as interested as Differenza. She copies his prissy swagger.
Homage Milkia, they are not all dead yet. Patois partner, negative wowzer.
All this weird peacock shit never gets old, does it?
Muller smiles and gets busy ignoring him.
Good evening, Phyllis. Legendary commissionaire and door facilitator.
Evening's greetings, sir, ma'am.
Deconstructed Man goes to follow them in, but is stopped by Phyllis's huge paw. He grins, snaps his fingers, and up flashes a 3D version of his police ID. The paw doesn't move. He grunts.
You for real? You fat fucking vag maggot?
Interior, Sedan, evening. Deconstructed Man, grunting, piles into his seat, clutching his jaw, which is already swelling up. He checks the pistol in his holster before opening up the glove box to reveal a box of grenades to go with his darkening red mist. Moran's head appears on his dashboard.
Where are you?
Boss, you won't believe what this fucking giant mound of horse specimen just did to a certain police officer.
Just come and pick me up, you fucking Yankee bollocks. I'm not in the mood.
Boss?
Moran vanishes. Deconstructed Man leers at the entrance. 2 bouncers approach his car and stand over the door. One of them glances at the vehicle in curiosity, momentarily distracted from his own chiselled hardness.
Wow, your personalized transport carriage.
Yeah. Wanna stop breathing on it, Esmeralda?
The bouncer glares at Deconstructed Man as if issued a challenge. The American decides on a different tack. Suddenly, all smiles. He watches more punters sashay past, including a super-glammed Hardyman with his excitable entourage, his green quiff a full 2 feet above his head. Deconstructed Man winds his window down further, the anger back in a flash.
I'll come back and make a gory mess of you freaks and enjoy it. This is the last time you insult me. You can take the boy out of Brooklyn.
The bouncers crack their knuckles.
Yeah, okay, I'm going.
He pulls away. Interior, Albert Hall Superclub dance floor, evening. The circus has come to town as revellers parade and dance to the throbbing beat. Interior, Royal Box, evening. Scanlon and Featherblade watch the crowds below, masters of all they survey. While Scanlon mixes tracks on a deck, FB is on a 3D panel, which reveals Pirate Network Stream established, broadcast commenced. She spots Hardyman enter below and sucks her teeth.
We could fuck it Spinkle up right now. Famous and buried in the bark. No one will ever know.
Relax yourself, bro, sister. You know, me want you to keep that neck wound tight style.
I mean it. This is our jurisdiction. That bitch is balls deep here.
Calm yourself, creature. Time ski. We got the plans.
Hey.
Interior, Albert Hall Superclub dance floor, evening. Hardyman lights a huge luminous pink joint and drinks down a vial of clear liquid. He smashes the vial and one of his irises blacks over. Cheers from his fans who copy him. Exterior, warehouse, night. The Dodge is parked outside what looks like an abandoned warehouse. We descend below ground. Fade up. Sounds of the busy metropolis mixes with the dance beat from the club. Interior, scruffy apartment, night. The open-plan subterranean garret is more like a low-rent Batcave. Vintage clothes hang up on the wall. A selection of ordnance line the kitchen surfaces among full ashtrays, empty bourbon bottles and food detritus. Deconstructed Man strolls past in a bath towel with his favourite rifle in hand and a cleaning rag. He pulls back a heavy red curtain and a mix of bright sunshine and hard light streams into the room. He steps through the curtain. Exterior, balcony, day. The view of Manhattan circa June 1976 from the Central Park west balcony is magnificent. A heat haze dances among the traffic below. Deconstructed Man takes a deep breath of home and wipes down his gun, sipping a margarita and wedging a bag of ice between his jaw and shoulder. He looks through the sight at pedestrians below.
The boom, the bang, freaks.
Turn that shite down.
Interior, dome, night. The vista disappears, replaced by a beige dome structure and sheer hard light. He gurns at the interruption.
What can I do for you, boss?
Moran sits opposite in a deck chair. He eyes his subordinate up and down.
You're still supposed to be on duty, son.
I'm always on duty.
What happened to your grit?
You mean my face?
Yeah.
Well,
Forget it. Breaking news on the Brontay case. Get fucking dressed.
Moran vanishes. Exterior, balcony, day. We're back in Central Park West. Deconstructed Man grits his teeth and removes the ice pack, his jaw throbbing and bruised. Exterior, forest trail, day. A pair of bloodshot eyes in abject terror. The bear is almost upon Brontay. She comes up to a fallen oak and attempts to hurdle the trunk, catching her foot and sprawling into some brambles. The bear reaches her, back up on its hind legs, ready to pounce and consume the meat while it's still warm.
Dinner time, Petal!
She looks up as the bear lunges in, tearing chunks from her abdomen, pinning her to the ground by the throat, by the claw, until her head pops clean off. Exterior, forest trail, day. Seconds earlier, the bear reaches her, back up on its hind legs, ready to pounce and eat. Brontay's lips curl, anticipating the killing blow. A gunshot rings out, winging the beast. It sobs and growls, galumphing away from her. Everything gets blurry for Brontay as she begins to succumb to the shock and the temperature. Two bearded men in shapka hats and great coats, Vasily 45 and Misha 70, both bear-like themselves, look down on her. Then it all goes black. Exterior, Canary Wharf, day. The tower is yet another giant shell that no one has bothered to demolish. A huge, glowing London Underground logo with conduit sits outside. A car door shuts, and Deconstructed Man lopes over to the sign from his sedan. In a beat, the ground below him lowers. Interior, shaft, day. He lights a smoke as the platform encloses itself around him, gathering pace as it shoots further and further down before shunting to the left, right, left, left and right in several zigzag motions. Interior, homely cottage hallway, morning. The front door opens and in steps Deconstructed Man. Sunlight beams in from behind him. He glances around himself, amused. Mummy Bear and Daddy Bear shuffle out to greet him.
I didn't know Alexandra was expecting friends.
She never tells us anything.
Remember the 48-hour rule.
Mama Bear and Papa Bear? Well, I never.
Can I get you a drink, young man? I've got home brew.
Deconstructed Man circles them, inspecting their clothes.
What version are you?
768. I've made biscuits.
You mean cookies?
Beg your pardon.
I used to have both of you when I was a kid. US versions, but pretty much the same. Grew out of you when I was 9, I think. Didn't know you were still supported by the engineer bots.
That's interesting, lovely. Can I get you something to eat?
What are your intentions for my daughter? Do you have plans to marry? If so, you have less than 48 hours to
discontinue.
The old couple vanish along with their home, leaving a sterile beige plasticine corridor at the end of which is a sterile beige plasticine door. Interior, Brontay's flat bedroom, day. Brontay is in bed, her hair grown back to normal, body free of scars. A buzzing. The watch is embedded in her arm again.
Time for work. Stretches, shower, teeth, immediately please.
She's never been so glad to see it. Interior, Dacha, day. Brontay is in another bed. The room is all pine and sunlit from a giant bay window. A framed embroidery is on the wall opposite, in Cyrillic text. Dom, Millie Dom. Home, sweet home. Misha sits chuffing on a cornpipe, observing her. Anna, 60, babushka, enters, carrying a tray of soup.
Was I,
Brontay's flat bedroom, day. She sits up.
dreaming?
And smells something. Cigarette smoke.
Was I...
Deconstructed Man sits in an easy chair, puffing away, watching her.
You've been quite the little mystery, Miss Brontay.
Another figure emerges from the shadows. Moran.
Aye, that she has, the little lamb.
Brontay looks through the fourth wall, confusion reigning over her creased forehead. Black.
Visit podplay.org for more information about Carol Grabham. and this project, 23rd Century.